Language magazine. Text messaging great or not? Language magazine recently conducted a survey asking people about text messaging. Those taking part were asked if they used text messaging and what effect they thought it was having on the standard of English used by young people. Of the surveyed, 48% used text messaging, 51% thought it was made the standard of young people's English worse. 49% thought it was made no difference. Here is a sample of the replies showing widely different opinions. I'm particularly concerned about text messaging because of the harmful effect it was have on young people's spelling. Of course, many of my pupils are fully aware that before is fine in a text messaging, but is inappropriate in a piece of schoolwork. More problematic is the text messaging convention of using capital letters to represent double letters in a word. Tomorrow and looking. Fewer pupils realize that this is actually wrong and it creeps into their written English. But even in this convention, seems disappearing and tomorrow looking, etc. is becoming the norm. Why are we getting so worked up about text messaging? Why do we assume that it is just a teenage craze? It is in fact a recognized means of communicating in a business. Billions of text messaging are sent each year by adults who find it quick and easy to use and can't imagine how they used to ever manage without it. I know I do, don't you? I have always had a bee in my bonnet about punctuation. Without it, written English can be rendered meaningless. The fact that punctuation is used in text messaging solely to draw little pictures, this is ridiculous. No capital letters, no full stops. It is so difficult to make out what the message is. I'm sure you have the same problem. Let's analyze why those who use text messaging see its advantages, means of communication. Firstly, in my opinion, it is such as a quick and immediate way of passing on information, asking and responding to questions and making arrangements. This is obviously here to stay. Secondly, it's very private, more private than telephone, where anyone in the vicinity can hear at least one side of the conversation. You have to admit, these are very positive advantages. My major concern is the very limited vocabulary needed to be proficient at texting. Feelings are expressed using smiley, disgruntled yellow faces or emoticons. The rich and varied content of the English language is limited to a few stock phrases, and young people are losing the ability to express themselves in any way other, great and hate. Text messaging is here to stay. More and more young people have mobile phones and choose texting as quick, efficient means of communicating. Some people want to ban text messaging. What a ridiculous notion. What we have to do is to ensure that young people know that the language and conventions of texting will of their aberrations, missing punctuation and odd spelling are appropriate only for text message and shouldn't be used in any other way of written communication. We won't do it by trying and failing to ban it. As adults, one of the main reasons we don't like the idea is to many of us is strange and new. So learn about it, be willing to use it appropriately, and then you can advise young people how to use it wisely and selectively.